Hey, what's going on, Poke fans? Welcome back to Pokemon TCG Center. Today's video we'll be looking at Charizard VMAX deck list. It's in front of you, and it's really gonna be interesting to watch this deck in the action. Charizard is definitely iconic Pokemon card, probably the most viable card of all time. Charizard, every Charizard after some time worth a bit of money, and it's always safe to say that it's always good investment in Charizard cards. Charizard VMAX 330 HP Fire Pokemon with Close Slash for triple acceleration energy for 100, or maybe GMAX Wildfire for 3 fire and 2 Close energies for 300. Discard 2 energies from this Pokemon, and that's it. Alright, so what makes this deck so special? It cannot one-hit knockout Eternatus VMAX, unfortunately. It cannot one-hit knockout some other VMAX Pokemons, but it can one-hit knockout Tech Pokemons without too many problems, regular Wiis and GX Pokemons without too many problems. It's an iconic deck, so that's the reason why I decided to build it. In order to make this deck to work, I decided to take a little bit more of other cards. For example, one Flare Starter Volcanion, situational. If we go second, we can use it for that Flare Starter. 2 copies of Vulpix and Ninetales for Ninetales, as well as 1 Crobat and 1 Dedenne GX. Additionally, I also play Mind Report Mewtwo, which can help me to put Welder from the discard pile on the top of my deck, and 3 copies of Stellar Wish Jirachi, so I can much more easier find a way to get the trainer card into my hand. Obviously, you can discard both Vulpix and Ninetales from this deck, and you can get 4 extra cards available. In order, if you do that, if you consider doing that, then you might also want to go with 2 copies of Boss Order, and you can then add maybe another Crobat Wii, and who knows, maybe maybe another Volcanion, so you have a better option to start either way with Volcanion or Jirachi. Maybe discard then Mewtwo, maybe then just go with a Pulpad, so you don't start with the Mewtwo. A lot of different combinations, but this is the deck list that I will focus around playing it in today's video. For search, I only have 4 copies of Quick Ball. Obviously, even Great Ball wouldn't be bad at all in this build. 2 copies of Evolution Incense, as well as 2 of each Far Flint and Far Crystal, so we can recover some of the energies either way from discard pile or from our deck, so we can just then use them. 4 copies of Scoop Up Net, as well as 2 copies of Switch. For extra energy acceleration, of course, we have Welder and Turbo Patch, meaning that Charizard VMAX can potentially be powered up in a single turn with combination of Turbo Patch, Welder, and triple acceleration energy. Just one note, you cannot use Turbo Patch on your VMAX, you can use it only on a basic Pokemon. So before you decide to evolve into VMAX, you need to burn up your Turbo Patches. But Turbo Patches can be good for that Hot Burn GX attack, so we can surprise our opponents from nowhere. 1 of each Stadiums, Heat Factory, and John Hart, and of course 16 energies, 4 triple acceleration energies, and 12 regular fire energy cards. So that's the deck list that I'm using in today's video. If you already didn't, please consider subscribing to the channel for more videos, hit the thumbs up, and click notification bell so you don't miss any future video. Alright, so that's it for the video introduction. Let's move on to the game test so you can see how this deck works in action, so see you in the game. Alright, here we are, starting with Charizard V. Rest of the cards in my hand, really disappointing. Oh, but then from nowhere I top deck Welder. Alright, Quick Ball for my opponent, Volcanion discarded, Reshiram, and Charizard GX, Flare Starter for 3. What else do you need? What else do you need? Already 4 energies he have in play, 3 on the Charizard, and I hope I can get something good out of this Welder. But before I do that, I will first use Farflint, so I can use as well this Turbo Patch, attach energy onto my Charizard, Welder for 2 more cards, and there is a Heat Factory going on, as well as Jirachi. I'm gonna need that VMAX, which unfortunately I couldn't get. It. So if I decide to attack, he'll probably knock me out anyways with the Flare Starter, so I rather just decided to run on the bench. And there is right now Evolution Incense, which will allow me to get my Charizard VMAX in play. And it's safe to say that right now my opponent cannot knock my Charizard VMAX. But this play actually cost me a lot. It cost me 3 energy cards. I wish there was a Evolution Incense earlier in my hand. And I can expect to see maybe a knockout with High Heat Blast. Without Ninetales in play, there's no way I can set the knockout against that Reshiram on the bench. So Tackle plus Welder with the Green's Exploration. There is a Tackle for Charizard and Braixen, as well as another Reshizard. And High Heat Blast as expected for 220. Alright, one Heat Factory first. Oof, that's a messy. Okay, will this be well or be a little bit better? Let's find out. Alright, finally something. Triple Acceleration Energy, and I'm gonna G-Max Wildfire my opponent for 300, and I will pay this attack with my Triple Acceleration Energy card. I'm rewarded with the 1 prize card, and that 1 prize card is a Fire Energy. So what he can do next with that Reshiram and Charizard GX? Guess potentially he can Flare Starter. He might be also able to Double Blaze GX for 300, but that makes no sense. As it is at this moment, I can Turbo Patch another Charizard on the bench, which I will do for sure. Nope, not gonna happen. 1 Heat Factory, 1 Ninetales, 1 Triple Acceleration Energy. I didn't find a way to get that Welder in play, which means that I'm forced to G-Max Wildfire my opponent for 300 one more time. Alright, plus I can take 3 prize cards. There is a Charizard VMAX, a Mewtwo, and maybe, nope, another Fire Energy. Alright. Safe to say that as long as the Heat Factory stays in play, I can pick that Welder with my Mewtwo, and I can use it into my favor. So my opponent Double Blazes me there for the knockout. And will I be able to Double Blaze him back for the knockout? I only need 1 Turbo Patch, and so far I played 2 of them, so there's a good chance for me that I can probably do that. So first let's go with a Heat Factory. Second, let's go with this Fire Flint, so we can tint the deck as much as possible. Then I will use Heat Factory. Then I will use Fire Crystal. Obviously my Evolution Incense for nothing. Then I will play my Welder for 2 Fire Energies, and I'm looking for so many cards, but that's not, there's no card that I looking for. There's a Crobat Wii, but can I discard so many cards from my hand? I think I can potentially do that. Stellar Wish into Turbo Patch. There we go. It's a Tails. Alright. So I can scoop my Mewtwo, put it on the bench, the Welder on the top deck. Plays John Hart from my hand. Burn that fire energy from it. Okay, I just realized right now that I made a mistake. I should rather burn 2 energies for that, so I have greater chance to pull. Okay, never mind. Stellar Wish, another Turbo Patch, and if I miss this Turbo Patch, I won't be able to knock him out. Don't do that to me. So, definitely there was opportunity for me to basically knock him out at this turn, but I missed that opportunity, but still I think I win this game. I have that triple acceleration energy, so even if he healed the damage off, I can just attach triple acceleration and knock him out. I don't have Crobat in play, so it's safe to say that he can't take the last 2 prize cards. So I played 2 Turbo Patches, and unfortunately I missed the coin flip on it. I really wanted to power up this VMAX in just a single turn for the win, but unfortunately that didn't happen. But at least at the end I managed to win the game and prove the world that Charizard VMAX can be played in the current format, but it definitely needs a lot of tweaks, that's for sure. So that's the GG. Okay, so missing my basic Pokemon, so I can put him in the active position, which means that my opponent can take 1 extra card for the mulligan, and he took actually 2 of them. And he started with the DNGX. Alright. Rare fossil. Ooh, is it a Draco? Oh no, it's not. I know what is going on. Arcozolt, or something like that. Is this a capture energy? It is. 4 Rowlet. Oof. Alright. The Decidueye. How to avoid the threat with the Decidueye? Well, I do have some non-Wii attacking Pokemons in my deck, so let's find out what we can get with this Stellar Wish. Stellar Wish into the Quick Ball. It could be a good play. Just gonna put Mewtwo on the bench, use the Quick Ball for that. The DNGX. I should grab Crobat instead. Then I can add 2 fire energies on my Volcanion. I can switch my Volcanion, and I can simply High Heat Blast. I needed to use Flare Starter. I don't know what is going on with me at this moment. Anyways, that was horrible misclick from my side, but hopefully not gonna cost me too much. There is another Rowlet. I could have 2 more energies attached on my Victini, for example, and right now I need to switch into Jirachi for that Welder. I can do that. I can simply do that easily, and I will do that for sure. And I also need to set up my Vulpix in play. I will also need that Ninetales, and I have opportunity to grab that Ninetales in play. So let's see, Stellar Wish maybe for a Quick Ball, maybe for a Fire Crystal. I'm gonna grab myself a Fire Crystal. Scoop up net. Volcanion, Jirachi on the bench, Flare Starter, 1 fire energy to be attached to my Victini, and there we go. Next turn I can grab Ninetales, I can pick 2 fire energies from my discard pile, and I can simply start catching the Decidueye on the bench before my opponent catches my Vulpix, and I can knock him out with my High Heat Blast. Meanwhile, my opponent puts Arctozolt in play with Biting Whirlpool. Whenever your opponent attaches an energy card from their hand to one of their Pokemon, put 2 damage counters on that Pokemon. Alright, 90 and 20 to 2 of my benched Pokemons, so I don't even need to waste my Fire Crystal for 9 Temptation. Let's see, Evolution Incense, there it is. And since I have 4 energies in play, I can High Heat Blast him for the knockout due to the weakness, and that's a 220 damage. Alright. I will definitely try to set up my Charizard VMAX in play, but it's still not time for him, I guess. He just passes the turn. Again, High Heat Blast for the knockout, 220. Another Rowlet, knock it out, and I don't even want to attach energies from my hand because then I need to take 20 damage counters. So Grass Energy attached on the Dean. Interesting. I mean, it's safe to say that right now my opponent simply lost this game. Let's go with 1 Welder. Alright, John Hart for 2 more fire energies, but I only have 1. And I can hit for 110, so I'm just gonna use 9 Temptation, discard 2 fire energies from my hand in order to catch the Dean from the bench and knock him out with my High Heat Blast. So at the end, it turns out to be a good misplay, and that's the knockout. So moving down to only 2 prize cards, my opponent have only Rowlet and Arctozolt in play. And there's a Quick Ball for Crobatwy. Alright, so Turffield Stadium. Really good stadium. It says that once during each player's turn, that player might search the deck for Evolution Grass Pokemon, reveal it, and put it into their hand. So you can easily search the deck for Dartrix or maybe the Decidueye if you need it. Oh, interesting. He decided to put Crobat in the front. I can still catch him with the 9 Temptation, so it really doesn't matter, but let me see if I can maybe win this game. No, I cannot. No, I cannot, because I can have 6, 7, 8. I can hit for like 180, so that is not enough. But I do have Fire Crystal, and I can play another 9 Temptation, discarding 2 of my fire energies and hitting my opponent Rowlet on the bench with that High Heat Blast for another 220 damage. And I'm moving down to only 1 prize card, and that's the GG. Unfortunately, my opponent couldn't stand the chance against the weakness, even if even after that turn 1 misplay that I did. That Volcanion simply swipes the bench that my opponent had and bring me a victory. So that's the GG. So, third and final game. I'm starting with Charizard. I have Vulpix. There is also Switch available. Fire Crystal, 2 energy cards. Let me first go with this Quick Ball and second thing I'm gonna do here, I will use another quick ball and pick something like a Crobat Wii. Switch obviously into Jirachi, Crobat Wii for 5. Express setup, Stellar Wish into a Turbo Patch. Turbo Patch heads into Coin Flip, means 1 energy attachment from my hand, and for now I can pass the turn. Turn 2, I can Welder plus triple acceleration energy, evolution instance into Ninetales, plus evolve Charizard VMAX, Stellar Wish, and 3 extra cards with the Welder. That's gonna be insane. That is definitely gonna be insane. So, playing against weakness, there is a Wanderer's Labyrinth, which means that I will need 1 more energy extra in order to deal some damage to my opponent Pokemons in play. Really doesn't matter, I can still Claw Slash for 80, which will be enough for the knockout against this Jirachi. Actually, I can Claw Slash for 100. I can Claw Slash for 100. There is a Quick Ball. Into the Boss Order for Snub. Alright, that Inteleon can hit for 320. Inteleon VMAX can hit for 320. Because it hits for 160. Oh, there's a Crushing Hammer. It is a Tails, luckily. And he did wake up. Alright. Let's first go with Evolution Instance. Let's put this Ninetales in play. I'm gonna go with a Fire Crystal. And with my Welder play. Safe to say it was close. I can evolve. And I can pick between Stellar Wish, Gamble, or maybe... Let's go with the gambling. Let's go with the Stellar Wish. I see Quick Ball, which means that I can pick myself a Dedenne. But before I do that, I could also use that Turbo Patch into my favor as well. So not gonna need this Ninetales, so I'm looking forward just to discard him. Turbo Patch for that energy onto my Crobat. Daddy change for 6. 2 energy switch. Close, but I can still try to find a way to basically get a way to find another fire energy. Stellar Wish into nothing. Alright, let's try to do this one more time. I need... I don't need Welder, but okay. The card I was looking for, obviously, is... I was mainly looking for Farflint. With the help of the Farflint, I could then knock my opponent Inteleon Wii from play easily. So right now he have Inteleon VMAX, and there is a Capturer's Bucket for 2 water energies. He can attach energy from hand in order to be able to use this Hydro Snipe. As long as the Wanderer's Labyrinth stays in play, he also needs extra energy to attack as well. So Hydro Snipe for 120, and he can pick one of my energies and return it back into my hand. And that's not a big deal. That's not a big deal, just because I can use this Fire Crystal. With triple acceleration energy I can have 6. Right now I have 5. So let's go for that. Yeah, I really want to focus. I can knock the Snom out, but I'm not sure if that's smart enough. So I'm just gonna G-Max Wildfire his Inteleon and active position anyways for 300. I have Stadium card, which means that I can respond knocking him back probably if I get lucky with my maybe even Volcanium, for example. So there's a switch into the Stellar Wish and Air Balloon and a Marnie. So refreshing my hand. Ooh, Quick Ball, Scoop Up, my Turbo Patch, Triple Acceleration. Alright. There is a switch, so at least my opponent can have that switch option available into Inteleon Wii for another Hydro Snipe. I do have Triple Acceleration Energy, which is really cool because I can knock him out right now for 3 prize cards. And that is exactly what I'm gonna do. So Claw Slash for the knockout. There we go. And there is a Fire Flint. A little bit too late, I should say, but better late than never, right? Alright, so I need to set up one more Charizard VMAX and play. Actually, I don't even need Charizard VMAX. He having the Dean GX on the bench, so my target will be that the Dean. And I think I have potential to power up my Heatran with 4 energies for the knockout. So he finally managed to get Frostmote in play, and right now that Inteleon can get more energy cards in play. So remember guys, we're playing versus weakness, so there is a Captures bucket. Water Energy, Ice Dance. Still he cannot use Max Bullet, just a Hydro Snipe. And it's my turn to shine. Alright, how many energies? 2 in discard pile. I could even knock him out with the Victini if I get lucky. Let's see. There's a Heat Factory. Alright, but first things first. Let's go for 4 energy cards. We don't have Victini. So I need to set up somehow my Charizard VMAX. It won't be easy at all. I can definitely see that. So let's see, Turbo Patch, Tails. Alright. What about Heat Factory? Nothing? Okay. Nothing. Okay, so turns out that Stellar Wish into Turbo Patch, a little bit too late I should say. Turbo Patch, adds a Coin Flip. I can go with energy manually from my hand, and I can basically just put another Jirachi in play, but I think I used 2 switches and 4 scoop up nets, so I cannot promote Jirachi in the front. I only have 1 welder left, and there's like Fire Crystals are waste, Fire Flints as well. He can Max Bullet, right? 60 on the bench. Do I have Triple Acceleration Energy? I do. I don't know. Probably it's gonna be impossible to win because I missed that Turbo Patch for the win. I really needed that Turbo Patch so I can surprise my opponent with my Hot Burn GX and knock it against that Dean on the bench. And the worst thing is my Victini is priced, so I literally need top deck welder if I want to win. Without welder, impossible. Impossible to win without welder. So you have Fion, alright. and he discarded that Fion for another Snum. There is a switch into Stellar Wish. Oh, maybe he Marnie me. Well, if he decide to play Marnie, I don't think so. I don't think he will go with the Marnie. He know that I don't have nothing in my hand, but he actually played Marnie. Oh my gosh, there's a VMAX. And as long as the Heat Factory stays in play, there is a chance that I can still win this game. I mean, I go all in. Welder, but no energy. What a mess. I did draw Welder, but I didn't get energy. So, hitting for 100. Hitting for 100, and that was my last triple acceleration energy, and he have boss order, so he can just max bullet my Dedenne for the knockout and win the game simply as it is. So I did hit Welder, but at the end I couldn't get fire energy. If there was at least 2 fire energies, and I did hit that triple acceleration energy, I would win the game, but unfortunately I couldn't get one, so that is a GG. Interesting approach with Wanderer's Labyrinth and my opponent Inteleon VMAX deck list. I really need to say that I kind of like it, and that was a very cool matchup. Even against weakness, Charizard can still have a good matchup, but for example, if he played one Vitality Band, Max Bullet would just one-hit knock on my Charizard VMAX, and that would be it. Alright my friends, that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed watching it. If you did, please consider subscribing to the channel for more videos, hit the notification bell and like so you don't miss any future video. Thank you for your time, thank you for watching, we'll see you next time.